Marvi
Espejo.
M. Espejo.
Now, who signed the Lapot contract together with Mr. Lapot? It would be the same Marvi Espejo. Tama po ba?
Yeah.
If I may speak, Mr. Chair, to represent Crown Investment,
Yes, Attorney
Joseph Castillo po.
Joseph Castillo, you're recognized.
Good morning.
Mr. Chair, may I know if the good attorney would answer my question?
Yes, sir. As representative of Mr. Marvi Espejo, I was also counsel of Crown at the time, so I'm also privy with the transactions.
Okay, please continue.
Sir, thank you for the opportunity. Good morning, Honorable Committee and Honorable Chairman. Your Honor, if you will note, the April 17, 2018 contract is an old version. We confirm that this is an old version. But this was the one given to us at the time of the bid, when we bid for the contract. If
Mr.
you
Chair,
will note,
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman
could you
Ako.
please define, clarify old contract? Kasi we're speaking of first and second. We're not speaking of old and new contracts here.
just to thank you, Mr. Chair, if I may respond.
Yes, please continue.
The timeline, as mentioned repeatedly by Danea, there were several biddings already. And we were informed of all those failures, and we knew that there was an old version of the contract, and this is the April one. We are not aware that there was a revised IMC at the time that we bid. But looking at the NEA chronology of events, at the time that we bid, August 30, August 29 on page 7 of the Special Board Resolution number 5 of NEA, there was a revised IMC issued by the PSP Committee. That's the Private Sector Participation Committee of the NEA. This, I'm not privy to the correspondence, but it was supposedly sent to the Samselco email on the same day. But I'm not aware if it was given to the board at the time that we bid on August 30, 9 a.m. So what we submitted, as you know, as part of the bids, you submit a signed contract of the IMC as part of your bid procedures. So we submitted an earlier version signed contract just to comply with the bid, that this is the contract that we are going to sign if we win the bid. So that is just part of the submission, Sir Honor. Now, when we won the bid, there was a change of leadership, as again confirmed by NEA. We were asked to sign this revised IMC when it was during the approval process of the NEA. And of course, at the time, it was a new leadership under Lapot and then under the task force. So, as a bidder, alam naman po natin lahat ng government procedures, these contracts are contracts of adhesion. Very difficult for us as a bidder to negotiate. If we didn't know at the time that noong August 29 pala may bago ng contract. And then it was presented to us by the NEA that this is the revised. We signed. Just to note ko, may comparison din po ng two contracts. And I believe it's unfair to say that it's disadvantageous because one significant change in the two contracts, the Putik property, which was valued at around 1.5 billion at the time, was removed as part of net cash if it was sold. So as you know, net cash is part of the remuneration that IMC can recover. So that's a significant change from the version that we signed and the eventual final contract.
Mr. Chairman, yes.
Sige.
No. Because before we get lost on the differences, earlier, para maintindihan, anong diferensya ng dalawang kontrata? Yung unang kontrata, merong CAPEX, Capital Expenditure. At yun ang sinasabi ng National Electrification Administration, kailangan ayusin ng Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative. Sa pangalawang kontrata, sabi ni Mr. Omar Say, wala yun eh. Kaya tayo nandito sa problema na hindi maayos-ayos, nalulugi yung Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative buwan-buwan, kasi disadvantageous nga eh. Sa pangalawang kontrata, nawala ng intention, ayusin siya. Kasi sa first contract, kailangan ayusin yung technical. 'Di ba? Yun yung sa first hearing natin. May mga resource person tayo dito na nagsabi, kailangan ayusin ng Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative yung infrastructure niya. So sa first contract, nandun yung capital expenditure. So yung investor manager, maglalabas sila ng pera para ayusin yung infrastruktura ng yung technical ng Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative. Pero sa pangalawang kontrata, nawala yung aspect na yun eh. So paano mo aayusin yung Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative na hindi mo aayusin yung infrastructure niya, yung hardware niya? Eh yun yung problema eh. So, yun ang siguro, if I follow, maybe we can ask the former, yung GM at that time, do you need, Mr. Chairman, may I ask the former general manager of Samselco, Mr. Edgar Ancheta, kailangan ba talaga yung capital, kung gusto mo ayusin yung Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative, kaya that's why you're going into an IMC, di ba? Kailangan ayusin. Kailangan ba talaga yung capital expenditure, yung CAPEX, para maayos ang Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative? Kailangan nyo at that time. Do they need it?
Mr.
Chairman?
Ancheta, would you please answer?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Your Honor. I would confirm na we really need additional influx of funds para ayusin yung mga lines natin, undersized line, yung mga overloaded lines, magdagdag ng mga substations, and those are considered capital expenditures. And dito that's why we made it sure na it should be included in the provisions of the terms of reference. Now, when there is a necessity that the investor manager needs to put up capital for that, kailangan ipuput up nila while waiting for the RFSC, which is a component of the bill, yung reinvestment fund for sustainable capex. So sa tanong nyo, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, it's really absolutely needed.
Mr. Chairman, follow up. To the knowledge of the General Manager, alam ba ng Board of Director ng Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative nung sitwasyon noon na kailangan talaga ng capital expenditure? That's why you are going into an investment management contract, Mr. GM.
Please continue, Mr. Ancheta.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. It is for that main reason that the Samselco board then and management decided to embark on a private sector participation. We'll invite an investor manager to put up capital and invest on the capital expenditures aside from the other capital funds that we need, like paying for the ballooning obligations, financial obligations that the cooperative was having at that time, Your Honor. Thank
Okay, Mr. Chairman, para malaman ko lang, can the former president and other members of the board confirm that at the time when you are doing this contract, itong bidding na to para magka-contract, na alam nyo may problema yung Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative sa technical at kailangan ayusin yung mga linya at kailangan ng capital expenditure? Can the president of Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative confirm the statement made by the former general manager who is saying now na kailangan talaga ng CAPEX para ayusin yung problema ng Samselco sa technical, sa mga linya nyo na ano yun? Undersize, kaya ang laki-laki ng systems loss nyo, nalulugi kayo buwan-buwan. So kaya you embark on this concept that somebody will invest, infuse capital so you can fix the problem. And it will entail capital expenditure. Mr. President of Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative.
Mr. Omar Sahi.
Thank you, Your Honor. Precisely, kailangan namin infusion of pera. That's why we go to this private investment management. Kasi kailangan namin, hindi na kaya ng Samselco. Kailangan namin yung additional investment infusion of money.
For CAPEX.
Yun na nga, for CAPEX.
So, Mr. Chairman, may also we hear from the board secretary. What was your concept at that time? Why you would need additional funds? Because you have a problem at the time. You were losing money at the time
Mr.
in your
Hassan.
operations.
Mr. Hassan, you're recognized.
Salamat po, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. As far as I can remember, there were letters issued to the cooperative with the intention of the NEA that the cooperative is deteriorating and they will attempt to put up in the category D. That was in the letter, Mr. President. And then during the formulation of the term of reference, during our travel with the NEA and the SBAC, they're always saying that the need of the capital expenditure by the SBAC, the technical personnel of the cooperative, is needed. And during that time, we don't want to happen the 2028 or 2008 that the blackout in Zamboanga City was 10 hours. So, ayaw na namin maano yun kasi yun ang battle cry ng Zamboanga City kasi dumadami na yung mga company na pumapasok tapos may attempt yung KCC mag-add ng additional megawatts. So, yun ang always recommendation ng technical that there should be an capex for this matter.
So in short, when you came out with the bidding, the TOR, ang intention nyo is para tulungan ang Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative sa problema nila. At kailangan nyo ng additional pondo for CAPEX. Tama ba? Mr. Sahi and Mr. Hassan and GM Ancheta, the general manager who is running it, doing the technical operations.
Please, you're recognized, Mr. Sahi.
Your Honor, that is precisely, we go for that investment kasi kailangan namin talaga ng pera, an infusion from the investment para to solve our problem, especially on technical aspect.
Thank you.
So final, Mr. Chairman,
sandali
if the President, ito na Mr. President, kung alam nyo, okay, kasi may isang version may isang kontrata. Will you support a contract whose provision will not solve your problem, which does not include CAPEX? Can I know from the President of Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative? Can we know from the General Manager, former General Manager of Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative, and the former Board Secretary, and I see another person, Ms. Ann Salasain, also of Samselco. So the problem is the operations. You have a big systems loss, and you have mentioned, and it was even through a resource person during the last hearing, na kailangan ayusin yung technical. Kasi may problema kayo sa mga linya nyo, ang dami yung problema sa infrastructure. Would you support or would you pass a contract which does not include CAPEX, which will not solve the problem of Samselco?
Mr. Sahi, you're recognized.
Your Honor, that is precisely why we incorporate in the contract yung infusion ng investor dahil yung problema namin on financial aspect. Kaya nandoon sa one of the provisions ng contract that we formulated.
So in short, doon sa pangalawang kontrata na lumabas, nawala na yung hinahanap nyong sagot sa problema. Ha, Mr. President?
Tama po, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, gusto ko lang pong tanungin si Deputy Administrator Lee. Ma'am, sino po yung nag-amenda ng TOR? Who prepared the amended TOR?
The amended TOR was prepared by the SBAC of Samselco. And it was just...
Hindi po ba kayo ang...
No, it is not NEA. In fact,
So, sino po yung SBAC na yon
sino ba ang
ng
composition
Samselco? Is it the former under the leadership of Mr. Sahi?
Yes, it was under the presidency then of Mr. Omar Sahi. And
So are you telling us na sila yung nagtanggal nung parang nalito na ako.
yes, in fact, sir, truthfully, it was the board of directors of Samselco which dissolved the SBAC through a board resolution.
Huh?
It were them.
Wait.
Yes,
It were them.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman.
that was part of my interpellation a while ago.
Yes.
That the board of Mr. Sahi dissolved the SBAC.
If I may
And
read. Yeah.
in its place, nag-create po ng bagong board kasi as answered by the Deputy Administrator of NEA, Attorney Lee, na galing po sa Task Force Zamboanga City Electric One. Di po ba? Yun po ang sagot nyo kanina eh. So, sila po ang gumawa na nung I presume na sila na po ang gumawa nung lapot contract. Would that be a correct assumption?
Mr. Sahi, could you please answer the question of Congressman Ako? Parang naguluhan na ako.
Paano yung sir? Kenley?
Di po ba na-dissolve kayo?
Oh, undeserved, yes.
Nag-put up ng NEA ng panibagong board of directors.
Yes.
Sabi nyo kanina, galing sa mga heads ng mga cooperative,
Yes, so,
if I remember it right. Tama po.
tama.
Si Mr. Lapot po ang isa doon.
Yes.
Yes. So, ibig sabihin, yung Lapot contract nangyari nung time na wala na po kayo, dissolve na po kayo,
Oh.
at yung Lapot board ang nandyan. Tama po.
Tama. Oh.
At sila rin ang nagbago noong terms of reference
Oh, ng
from the
kontrata.
original term of reference na kayo po ang gumawa.
Tama ho. Kasi it's very clear, yung kontrata na signed by Laput differs from our contract that we formulated. A joint force by the NEA and Samselco.
Be that as it may, Mr. Chair, para I would earn my keep, nagkaroon po ba ng panibagong bidding?
Yung pagkatapos namin, wala na. In fact, we question yung bagong kontrata na hindi dumaan sa General Assembly. It was not presented to the member consumer ng Samselco.
Opo.
And that is, I think, a violation.
Now, NEA, yun po bang, do you agree na wala pong nangyaring bidding na nag-award po dun kay Crown Desco?
If I may respond to that.
Sagutin lang po
Please
ninyo yung tanong ko.
answer.
There was a bidding. But if I may be allowed to clarify, Mr. Chair,
Please.
on August 30, 2018, the copy of the IM contract was officially forwarded to NEA. A copy, the final draft, that was still under the presidency of Mr. Omar Sahi. And it was also on August
final
30,
draft.
2018,
Sir, ma'am,
that
ma'am,
Samselco
ma'am.
board,
The final draft, meaning
Yes.
the amended TOR.
yes, the amended TOR,
The one that was signed by Mr.
Lapot.
Lapot. So it came from
Because Mr. Lapot came in only after the conclusion of the bidding. They came in only after the conclusion of the bidding because it is very clear from the office memo issued by NEA that the present board will remain to just finish the IMC. And
Congressman
it is
Ako.
also them
Yes,
that
you're
forwarded
recognized.
the
So,
IMC.
the special, the deputy administrator admits na wala pong, lahat po ng bidding na nangyari, panahon po ni
Yes.
Mr. Sahi. Tama? And therefore, you consider it as void. Would that be correct?
Yes, please answer.
Just a backgrounder to that led to the approval. Yes.
Attorney, my question is very direct and very simple. It's answerable by yes or no.
We consider that as
Void.
not void. The one that was forwarded to NEA, the final IMC. The fourth bidding, the fourth version, the version on the final bidding, not the contract that was signed by Mr. Sahi.
Okay. Who conducted the bidding of that? Who conducted the fourth bidding?
Mr. Sahi.
Mr. Sahi. Now, kayo po, hindi po ba kung void yung mga ginawa po ni na Mr. Sahi nung una, edi lalong-lalo po na void yung ginawa po ninyo. Kasi it came from the same poisonous tree. Di ba, attorney?
If you are
Mr.
to look
Chairman,
at it,
I rest my case.
Thank you.
but let me explain
Boy,
because the
Nea.
final approval.
Deputy
The final
Administrator.
approval of the contract was made by the NEA Board of Administrators. And it was them who considered that despite the illegal action of the Samselco Board who constituted themselves as SBAC, the affirmation or the approval of the AGMA was taken into greater weight as Samselco then needed the investment management contract.
Okay. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, I think anyway, if I am to conclude the statement of Chairman Ako, lumalabas, void ab initio. Ganun, kasimple lang yun. Void ab initio. Maybe you can research later. Ganun lumabas eh. Diba? Anyway, Mr. Chairman, yung ibang panam.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Yes, you are recognized, Congressman Presley De Jesus.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, no? So, siguro, I would ask the board because, for your information, Mr. Chair, I'm the board president of one of the electric cooperatives for several years. So, I'm familiar when it comes to the board resolution na ginagawa. So, Mr. Chairman, I would like to ask Mr. Sahi, yung apat na kontrata na yun, dumaan lahat sa inyo yun, from the first, second, third, and we know the fourth contract, yun ang in-uphold ng NEA. Di ba kayo rin yun? Okay. Who gave you authority, Mr. Chairman, na mag-compose kayo being part of the SBAC? Sinong nag-ano sa inyo nun? As you know, board president, I was the board president. I never part sa BAC o Bids and Awards. Kahit lang pumunta kami doon, bawal. Bakit? Who gave you the authority to be part? Kayo pa nagpatakbo ng BAC. Mr. Chair?
Please respond.
As I've said earlier, when the schedule of August 30 for the bidding to be conducted on that date, nawala yung mga SBAC.
It doesn't matter who gave you the authority. It doesn't matter kung nawala ako, pinaalis sila. Who gave you the authority na maging Bids and Awards kayong, na maging member kayo? Sino? Who gave you the authority? NEA ba?
We made a resolution and to NEA and it was acknowledged.
Hindi, alam nyo, bawal yun eh. Dapat from your end, Mr. Chair,
Oo.
Dapat hindi nyo na ginagawa yun.
Verbal ho.
Kumbaga, ikaw na executioner, kayo pa rin yung bawal yon. So, dapat alam mo niya, kasi board president ka,
Yeah,
no?
I know
Both of
that.
us were board president back then, no? So, dapat hindi nyo ginawa yon. Is there any adverse finding bakit kayo tinanggal? Aside from this, bidding neto, meron ba kayong mga adverse finding from NEA kung bakit kayo natanggal, Mr. Chair? May mga kaso ba kayo dati sa NEA na pending?
Wala. Ang alam namin, yung
Yan lang
violation.
I would like to ask NEA, meron ba sila mga adverse finding noon? Aside from this contract, yung mga, kasi I know, that time, Mr. Chair, I was part of electric cooperatives, kaya alam namin ni Kong Dagi. And that time, we already hearing may problemang Samselco. So I'm not trying to ask NEA, siguro, Atty. Rosan, meron ba silang audit findings sila prior to this contract that you know of?
There might have been, insofar as the technical,
I think Omar Mayo
there
will
was
answer that.
adverse audit findings. If I may be allowed, Mr. Chair, regarding the statement of Mr. Sahi,
Yes,
that
please
NEA
continue.
acknowledged the resolution of the Samselco board when they dissolved the SBAC and constituted themselves as the SBAC. It is clearly pointed out even in the NEA Special Administrators Meeting number 3, when Samselco board assumed full powers, functions, and responsibilities of the SBAC, no formal transmittal to NEA had been made. It was only posted on the Visita Facebook page on August 30, 2018, if only to correct that.
Mr. Chair, remember, is he under oath, si Sahi?
Yes.
Remember,
They're all under oath.
you said a while ago, inacknowledge na NEA. You said that a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now according to Atty. Rosan, according to NEA, nakita lang daw sa FB nyo, walang transmittal. So I would like to ask you another question. Same question. Inacknowledge ba NEA yung ginawa nyo, giving you authority yourself to be part as the Bids and Award Committee?
The former administrator, verbally,
No, ang tanong ko, nagpadala ba kayo? Siya mo kasi inacknowledge na NEA. Do you have any copy, receipt copy?
yes, we have this one.
Okay, can you show it to Attorney Rosan kung yan nga yun na...
This is a letter. of
Was there
NEA.
any formal
Yung acknowledgement from NEA.
acknowledgement?
And then another letter, hindi kanda ko pa, no?
And another question, Mr. Chair, if you allow me again.
Yes,
with
please
your
continue,
indulgence. Kanina,
Honorable Betos.
sabi ni Mr. Hasan, during AGMA, na pinesent nyo yung for the approval yung contract. According to Atty. Rosan, wala daw sa minutes nyo.
If I may,
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair, what is been handed to me here is in fact the one that I have mentioned earlier, acknowledging the amended terms of reference. It was the amended term of reference that NEA had acknowledged for the final bidding. This is dated August 20, 2018.
Another,
Mr. Chair, I think si Mr. Sai, you're lying under oath. Tinanong kita kanina, yung pagiging who gave you authority as SBAC, sabi mo, kayo, gumawa kayo ng resolution, you submitted to NEA. And you said, inacknowledge na NEA. Ulitin ko, yung pa rin ba sagot mo?
the board may resolution, as I've said.
Yeah, may resolution
Relinquishing,
kayo, sinabi mo inacknowledge na NEA.
The former administrator,
Nasaan yung kopya na yun? Acknowledge sila.
verbally, told us.
Mr. Chair, verbally daw, Mr. Chair. So, wala kailangan, we're talking about documents, okay, Mr. Chair? So, yung mga sinasabi mo, Mr. Sahay, again, pareho tayong board president. I was board president for 7 years, no? Not even once na nakilam kami sa board, sa Bids and Awards. Kayo, ginawa niyo sarili niyo, ano talagang magkakaletse-letse tayo. Na ngayon, kanina, Mr. Chair, sinabi ni Mr. Hassan, pinasa niyo sa AGMA yung resolution na approving yung contract na yan. But according to Attorney Rosan sa NEA, na wala sa minutes yun. Tama ba ako, Attorney Rosan? Wala sa minutes. But Mr. Hassan, I'm again asking you a question. Did you pass that resolution approving that contract? Sabi mo kanina, yes. Di ba? Meron o wala?
Mr. Hassan?
So sa presentation po ng agenda, pinasa po namin.
Presentation nyo, yung approval during presentation, you just present it and one by one, lahat ng gusto nyo yung agenda na pa-approve, isa-isa nyo. You have to explain it to the member consumer owners. Remember, we do that every year AGMA. For 7 years, I'm presiding the AGMA of Iselco 1. So we know the procedures. Ngayon, tanong ko sa iyo, during the AGMA, isa-isa nyo, pinresent nyo lahat for approval. Inisa nyo ba? In-explain nyo ba sa mga consumers, sa mga member consumer owners, kung ano yung pina-approve nyo, especially that contract? Yes or no?
Mr. Hassan, please answer.
Mike,
Mike po,
Hindi.
Mike.
Ano? I didn't hear you.
Yung IMC contract po, yung ang present namin sa General Assembly during that time.
Pina-approvehan nyo.
Pinaprobahan po namin.
But
Sa-
according to the record you submitted to NEA, wala daw yon. Wala sa minutes nyo. And you were the secretary back then?
Mr. Chairman, just to connect.
Yes, Majority Floor Leader.
Just for record purposes, I was present during the annual General Membership Assembly. May motion doon sa AGMA. And the one who made the motion was the former mayor of Zamboanga City, Manuel Dalipe, with 6,000 other witnesses. Hindi ko nga alam bakit sinasabi ng NEA na walang resolution. So ano pang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon? Ano, so ibig sabihin may mga kontrata tayo na walang resolution from the AGMA. So tama na yung kay Chairman Acop. Kung walang basis ang mga kontrata, walang resolution from the AGMA, so anong kontrata ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon? Kung walang, but I understand, Mr. Chairman, they passed a resolution to that effect during the AGMA. But I am just surprised, NEA is now saying that there is no resolution from the annual General Membership Assembly. Tama ba yung pagkaintindi
I think
natin?
yung sa minutes na sinadmit nila, hindi kasama yon. Sa minutes, right?
No.
Tama ba ako?
Excuse me, Mr. Chair, if I may. I have never mentioned that there was no resolution. There was a resolution. The contention that I guess it's being raised is that was the contents of the IMC. What I was trying to point out is that in the minutes prepared, there were only two businesses. Presentation of the result of the bidding conducted and the confirmation by the General Assembly.
Okay. Before I recognize Congressman Bagook, tapos na po kayo?
Meron, pero hindi kasama yung
Okay.
approval na.
Before I recognize,
Yung kanilang contract, wala. Wala, hindi kasama sa
Wait,
minutes.
just to clarify on that issue, there was no approval of the resolution. The NEA, simple lang yung question. Was there a resolution approving the contract during the annual General Membership Assembly of Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative?
There was, Mr. Chair. If I may, what I'm trying to point out to address the concern of Congressman De Jesus is in the business, walang presentation. What was looking at the minutes prepared by the secretary, dalawa lang po, result of the IMC and then confirmation. In other words, there was no presentation, the contents, the details on what the IMC contained Pero there was approval po. There was approval.
So ano dapat i-present?
That was the concern of
No. In the position of NEA, what do you think? It should have been presented or copy should have been furnished? Anong dapat?
it should have been. We just we relied on the
Okay.
resolution
Okay,
that the
Mr.
IMC was approved.
Mr. Chairman, a member of the National Electrification Administration, an official was present. If there was any irregularity, that NEA representative would have called the attention of the presiding officer, would have called the attention of the board secretary at that time before passing on the motion. I believe there was regularity in the procedure. Otherwise, the NEA representative, who is very knowledgeable of the process, would have called the attention of the board and informed them that before we pass such resolution, we should furnish copies to the member consumers and inform of the resolution we're passing. But other than that, I believe there was that sense of regularity because the NEA representative, the official at the time, who is supposed to supervise, tasked to oversee the affairs of the annual General Membership Assembly, did not make any comment which is not in line with what the National Electrification Administration would require on the conduct of such annual General Membership Assembly. So in short, Mr. Chairman, regular lahat. Kasi may NEA representative, walang sinabi yung NEA representative or NEA official na, oy, mali yung ginagawa natin dito. Diba? Hindi natin pwede i-pass yung resolution basta ganyan-ganyan. So I think, I am into a conclusion without the negative observation of the NEA representative, everything was in order.
Mr. Chair, maybe for the last question, it's not even a question, it's just a manifestation.
Yes, please,
Okay, before we proceed to Congressman Toco. In fairness to NEA, being represented, ano lang sila observer lang. So they have a regular board, they have regular GM, nandun lang sila for observation. That's usually the protocol when all the electric cooperatives have their own AGMA, no? Ako lang tama, no? Yung gusto ko lang i-point out kanina, Mr. Chair, even though there is approval, kailangan in-explain sa AGMA because the member consumer owners, they own the cooperative. Sana in-explain nyo in details kung ano talaga yung, baka mami sinabi nyo, kasi karamihan, aprobahan natin to, we have a new investor, ganito. Mali, dapat in-explain nyo sa kanila na may utang kayong 1.1 billion na kapag nakatanggap tayo ng ganito, makakaraos tayo at ma-upgrade natin ang ating mga linya. Kasi yun naman importante, no? Yun lang, Mr. Chair, thank you very much.
Thank
And-
you.
and one-
Yes,
sige.
Congressman, yes.
Hindi, may na-observe lang ako. May binabanggit kanina yung lapot contract. Can we know ano yung date na ninotarize yung lapot contract? Can we know the date? Kailan ninotaryo yung lapot contract?
If I may respond, Mr. Chair, the Laput contract was notarized on November 20, 2018.
Oh, November.
November. This was after the approval of the NEA board on October 5.
So paano? Dali kasi kailan natin. So November na siya. Tama? You notarized yung lapot contract na notaryo siya November?
Yes, after
Oh.
the NEA board approving or confirming the contract.
Eh, sandali Sige. Anyway, I have a follow-up question later regarding that date.
Okay, before I recognize Honorable Sergio Bagook, I would like to recognize Attorney Joseph Castillo, who has been raising his hand.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to respond to the statement of President Sai that there is no capex provision. There is one. It was just moved to the next section. Under IMC section number 4, subparagraph N, this is the Laput contract signed. The IMC, the investor manager, may advance capital goods subject to reimbursement from RFSC provided as follows. Capital goods must be brand new, subject to price validation of the NEA and an ERC approved capex plan. So there is the requirement on the investor manager to invest in capex. In fact, we did this already. Second quarter of 2019, we advanced for a 20 MVA transformer to be established, constructed on the Ayala substation. This was completed 200 days later. That was an amount of 100 million pesos. And now, after the September hearing the calls of the good Congressman Dalipe, and in consultation with the NEA, we are also again advancing 300 million pesos for capital goods for Samselco, again to fast track the improvement of the Samselco infrastructure.
Okay, anyway, Mr. Chairman, well, with that statement, you know, it's not so comforting to know the investment is 2.5 billion, tapos 100 million yung capex. Parang mali talaga. Plus, only to find out that they're adding another 300 million kasi napatawag na kayo dito sa Kongreso. And that is not fast track. It's too late. It should have been done in the first 2 years, 3 years kasi nasa kontrata. Anyway, I do not want to go about that because alam ng mga tao sa Zamboanga City talaga yung problema. Kailangan talaga ayusin yung systems laws, kailangan ayusin yung mga linya, at kailangan ng pera para ayusin yon. At sinasabi ng Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative na hindi nga nangyari yung gusto nilang solusyon para sa problema ng Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative. So anyway, you just put on record that of the 2.5 billion pesos na kailangan para iayos ang Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative, 100 million lang ang ginastos.
Mr. Chair, yun po yung in-advance po ng IMC on top of the 2.5 billion
Yes,
investment.
Mr. Chairman, ano yung advance? Ang kontrata kasi, ang alam ko, nandun kami lahat sa AGMA, yan ang solusyon na mag-aayos ng problema ng Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative. At lahat ng mga marunong sa kuryente, alam nila yung during the last hearing, sinabi na nila anong problema ng Samselco, kailangan talaga ayusin yung infrastructure niya. So, ang problema ngayon, lumalabas, nagkaroon ng 2 kontrata. Diba? Oh. Sige, another 5 minutes kasi ibang topic naman to si Congressman Dan.
Yes, Honorable.
So anyway, Mr. Chairman, unless we will move on, I already got more or less the details. You know, if you will review what the information we got now, it seems that the bidding is defective. Eh, siyempre, yung BAC, naging SBAC. Tapos unless they would question the approval of the resolution in the AGMA, baka defective rin yung AGMA. Kasi yung AGMA, nandito ngayon yung nag-preside, nandito yung board secretary, nandito yung general manager, at alam ano yung kontrata na pinasa nila. So, if all are defective, the contracts, whether it is the first or the second contract, whatever contract it is also defective, Mr. Chairman. So, in totality, the investment management contract is defective. Diba? And because as was surmised, you know, if you follow the Laput contract, the basis of which is the bidding done by President Omar Sahi. Eh sinasabi, illegal nga yung ginawa nung BAC. So kung illegal yung ginawa ng BAC, illegal yung kontrata. Illegal lahat. So wala tayong basis ngayon, wala tayong kailangang pag-usapan na investment management contract. Kasi from the start, illegal nga lahat. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Congressman Dagook. But before I recognize Congressman Dagook, the chair would like to recognize the presence of Congressman J.C. Abalos, Congressman, the Vice Chair, the Senior Vice Chairperson, the Honorable Bienvenido Abante, the Honorable Vice Chair, Representative Crispin Diego Remulla, Honorable James Ang from Usuwag, Ilonggo. Tapos na ito eh. Na-recognize na ito lahat eh. And the Honorable Dan Fernandez from the Long District of Santa Rosa City. Yes, Congressman Dagook, you recognize.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Finally, good noon, everyone. Una-una, Mr. Chair, I would like to ask Nia, dalawa po ba talaga yung kontrata o isa lang?
Nea, please answer.
Insofar as NEA is concerned, it is only one, there's only one contract, and that contract is the one that was approved by the NEA board on October 5, 2018.
Okay, pangalawang tanong, Mr. Chair. To Crown Investment, tama po ba yung pagkakaintindi ko na yung kontrata na pinirmahan noong April 17, 2018 is only part of the terms of reference na dapat yung mga sasali sa bidding ay pipirma na in advance ng kontrata. Am I correct with that interpretation of the terms of reference?
Tama po yun, Mr. Congressman.
So sa makatuwid, sa napakahaba nating pag-uusap dito na dalawa yung kontrata, iisa lang talaga yung napirmahan after the September 11 final bidding at nanotaryohan noong November 2018. Am I correct on that, Mr. Chair?
Kanino po yung na-address?
Kay Crown and kay
Attorney Castillo.
Nia.
On the part of Crown, yes, Mr. Congressman, you are correct that the contract, there's only one contract. It is the one notarized in November of 2018, being the contract approved by NEA after the entire approval process of this bidding.
Nea, please respond.
Yes, Mr. Chair, as I have already mentioned earlier, NEA recognizes only one contract, the one that was approved by
Signed by who?
by Laput and approved by the NEA Board of
And
Administrators.
based on the bidding done by
the Samselco.
who in Samselco conducted the bidding? Can you state on record?
The SBAC and later
Sino yung BAC?
the SBAC and later on when
Hindi, sino nga yung, simple lang yung tanong, ma'am.
Mr. Sahi ba? Headed by Mr. Sahi?
Si Mr. Sahi ba yung nagbidding nun?
on the last bidding, the initial stage
Hindi,
of the last
sino
bidding,
nagbidding? Yung nag-award. Sino nag-award ng bidding na yon?
the group of Mr. Sahi.
So, itong Laput contract, ang sinasabi nyo, ito yung output ng bidding ni Mr. Omar Sahi. Am I correct, Nia?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, please continue, Honorable Dagook.
Para balikan natin yung mga pangyayari, paano umabot doon sa September 11, if my recollection is right, there are 3 failed biddings. Tatlo po ba o 4? Former board president Sahi, ilang bidding po yung nagiging failure?
Yes, Mr. Sahi, please
If
respond.
I remember right, tatlo, and then yung kaapat, yun ng nanalo na ang Crown.
Okay, so tatlo, yung pang-apat na final, yan yung nalalo yung Crown. Doon sa naunang bidding na failure, Mr. Chair, may I ask the former board president, ano po yung reason bakit nagkaroon ng failure?
During the
Yes.
first bidding, may dalawang who participated. However, on the day of bidding, nag-withdraw sila. Nag-withdraw. They have their personal
So,
reasons.
in short, Mr. Chair, yung failure is because there was no bidders who actually attended during the bidding.
Oh.
Yung pong pangalawang failure of bidding, ano po yung dahilan, Mr. Chair?
The same lang ho. Wala yung second and third, nobody participated.
Doon sa naunang bidding, sabi po ninyo, Mr. Chair, ay mayroong dalawang interested bidder na bumili ng bid documents. Tama po ba?
Opo.
Doon po ba sa interested bidder na yon, yung dalawa, kasama po ba yung Crown, Mr.
Wala,
Chair?
hindi ho.
Hindi sila kasama.
Hindi. It was only on the fourth bidding na nag-participate sila.
So it was only on the fourth bidding na sumama sila.
Oh.
Now, bakit po yung napirmahan nilang document which is a contract, a contract is dated April 17 kung hindi sila kasali doon sa first failed bidding?
Yan ang hindi ko alam. April 17 because what I know, yung pinirmahan ko, yung after awarding ng winning bidder.
Hindi po ba ang dahilan, Mr. Chair, is yung pong lahat ng bidders na ni-require na pumirma ng advance contract ay ang draft na pinirmahan nila ay yung draft na contract na original na ginamit nyo from the first bidding. Tama po ba yung pagkakaintindi ko doon sa nangyari, Mr. Chair?
You mean yung wala pang wala pa yung winning bidder, nagpirma na yan?
As I understand, at kinonfirm naman ng ani Attorney Castillo, part ng terms of reference ay yung sasali na bidder ay pipirma in advance ng contract. Tama po ba? Nasa terms of reference po ba
Wala
ninyo
yan, wala.
Can we get the answer of Nia doon ba sa terms of reference na sinubmit ni Samselco doon sa nauna na nag-failure? Mayroon po bang requirement na pipirma sila ng advance?
If I may, I really have no personal knowledge of it, but insofar as the fourth bidding is concerned, it was already a negotiated bidding. So the IMC was already negotiated with the Crown Investment under the new or the amended terms of reference.
So, ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, yung September 11 na final bidding ay that is not the basis of awarding the contract to Crown. Tama po ba?
If I may, Mr. Chair, September
Yes.
11 was the date the Special General Membership Assembly was held. It was on August 30, 2018 that the Samselco board issued a resolution declaring Crown Investment as the winning bidder on that negotiated bidding already.
So, ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, yung katapusan at final na bidding na ginawa nila ni former board president Sahi, yan yung nag-declare ng Crown na sila yung winning bidder using the terms of reference from the first, second, and third bidding. Tama po ba?
Tama.
Maho, sir.
So, yung terms of reference na in-approve ninyo ay the same terms of reference na inapprove ng General Assembly. Tama po ba?
Tama ho, tama.
So, magkano nga yung amount na involved doon sa IMC contract na yon, Mr. Chair? Pres.
The bid price that Crown presented was 2.5 billion.
Ano po yung komposisyon ng 2.5 billion? Saan po siya gagamitin? Doon sa, I'm talking here of yung na-approve na ninyo ha, na terms of reference. Ano po yung breakdown? Saan po gagamitin yung 2.5 billion?
Can I request the GM? That's on technicality na.
GM, please answer. Ancheta.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. Part of the 2.5 billion would be used to pay off the obligations.
Mr. Chair, sorry, GM, no, may cut you short. Matatandaan mo pa ba yung mga specific amount doon sa paggagamitan ng 2.5 billion? Or the IMC, mayroon silang breakdown kasi may kopya sila ng kontrata na napirmahan.
Your Honor, actually the breakdown was from the computations of only around 1.1 plus billion. But the offer was 2.5 billion. I don't remember there was breakdown for where those 2.5 billion particularly will be spent.
So, Crown, can you give the breakdown of the 2.5 billion na in-offer ninyo? Kaya nanalo kayo?
Yes. Good afternoon, Senate. Sir, may I be recognized?
Yes, Attorney Maranan, you're recognized.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, as part of our submission after the September hearing, we were asked to, in fact, submit a breakdown, which we did. And we have in our submission the exact amounts that were spent out of the 2.5, most of which, if Your Honor please, were to pay existing financial obligations of Samselco. And this was what was in fact required of the investment manager. And if I may, it was required both in the contract signed by President Sahi as well as the Laput contract. So in both versions of that contract, the requirement of Samselco was primarily initially to pay off financial obligations, which, if Your Honor please, amounted to almost 2.3 billion went into payment to power suppliers for genset operations for SAM's restructured obligations, if Your Honor please. And that was in our submission.
Doon sa kinonsider na another contract at nasabi kanina ni former board president Sahi na yan yung favorable sa co-op. At sinabi naman ng Crown, mas favorable yung final contract na napirmahan ni Laput dahil yung asset ng co-op ay hindi mapasama doon sa clarify, can you clarify on that? Kasi titingnan natin yung amount ng asset na nawala na doon sa final contract as against doon sa naunang contract na mapapunta sa investor. May I ask, Mr. Chair, Attorney Castillo?
Attorney Castillo.
Thank you, Congressman. Just an example of why we're saying that it's more favorable. The provision that they cite that the CAPEX is required for us to advance, it's in Section 3 of the April 17, 2018 version. And is subject to reimbursement from the RFSE, plus the advances made by the investor manager shall constitute a first charge against the available cash of Selco, whether from sale of assets, operations, or any other forms of financing. This one is no longer appearing in the final version of the contract that we signed. So there is no security on the advance that we are making.
Pwede bang matagalog ni Attorney Castillo para naman sa kapakanan ng
Tagalog
mga
po.
nanonood na hindi abogado?
Sa Tagalog po, kung ang IM po ay nag-advance for capital expenditure
Doon sa nauna,
sa nauna, yun po ay subject to reimbursement at kung hindi ho ma-reimburse, meron kaming first charge. Ang ibig sabihin po ng first charge kumbaga ho, para ho may kami ang first rankings kung nag-mortgage kayo ng lupa. So kami po ang may first ranking na bilang creditor sa mga available cash ng Samselco or any sale of assets. So yan po yung sasabi natin first lien. Dito po sa final contract na na-aprobahan na niya, wala na po kaming karapatan on that first lien. So basically yung advance po namin is a clean loan.
pero ma-recover pa rin nyo.
So yes, kung may laman po yung RFSC over until ma-recover po namin yung advance namin.
So clearly, it was provided that the payment of those advances in as far as CAPEX is concerned will be taken only from the
Available
RFP,
RFSC. Yes, sir.
not from any account of the co-op like general fund.
Like general fund or operations or even sale of assets.
So kung yung CAPEX na i-file nyo sa ERC ay hindi pa ma-approve ni ERC at na-implement yung project, kayo ay maghihintay kailan yun makolekta para mabayaran kayo.
Tama po.
But in the previous, pwede nyong kunin sa ini asset or cash ng co-op,
Tama po.
yung advance. So, finally, Mr. Chair, para lang malinaw, no? For the record, ang is the former board president of Samselco aware of what was mentioned by NIA, the violation is NIA Bulletin 35 because that is the Bible of the co-op, NIA Bulletin 35. Ano po ba yung subject matter sa NIA Bulletin 35? Kasi ilang taon kayo nagiging board president. Are you familiar with that, board president, Sahi?
Mr. Sahi, please respond.
I'm sorry ho, hindi ko masyadong aware of that.
Yung NIA Bulletin 35 po, yan po yung Bible ng mga general managers at saka mga board of directors. Delineation of function po yan. Boundary po yan. Kung ano lang yung pwedeng gawin ni JM, ano lang pwedeng gawin ng mga board. So, may bakod po yan. Kaya, yung dinisolve nyo yung ISBAC at kinonvert nyo yung board as nyo ISBAC, lumampas na po kayo sa bakod. Yan po yung sinasabi ng NIA. Si JM din po, hindi siya pwedeng, kaya ang JM ay ex-officio member lang ng board kasi tagapayo lang siya sa board. Kasi ang lahat ng ipapasa ng board ay para sa kagandahan ng operasyon ng co-op at hindi nyo naman alam kasi under that NIA Bulletin 35, the operation of the co-op will be dito the operation ay sa GM po yon. Kaya kukonsulta kayo. Kaya 17 times na inuulit-ulit doon sa NIA Bulletin 35 na lahat ng gagawin ninyo is in consultation with the general manager, in consultation with the 17 times po yon. Kaya nung dinisolve ninyo yung ang isa pa dyan, you cannot implement any resolution passed by the board without the explicit approval of NIA. Nung dinisolve nyo yung ISBAC, na-approve ng NIA yung board resolution na dinisolve nyo yung ISBAC?
We sent the resolution, but walang approval.
Oh, so that is illegal. Kasi hindi in-approve eh. Kasi kasama doon sa resolution na yan, yung constituting yourself as ISBAC. Oh, so, but, Mr. Chair, for the record, ang ginamit nila, although dinisolve nila yung ISBAC, at tinuloy nila yung last and final bidding na yun ang basis na na-award sa Crown, wala kayong binago doon sa terms of reference na ginawa nung ISBAC na niresolve ninyo?
Wala ho.
Wala. So, ginawa nyo lang, Mr. Chair, for the record again, na i-dissolve sila para lang hindi mantala yung bidding.
Tama ho, tama.
At ginawa nyo lang yon kasi 3 beses na po nag-failed at naghihingalo na po yung co-op, kailangan nang magkaroon ng capital infusion through an IMC manager yung co-op. Kaya nagawa nyo lang yon as board of directors.
Correct ho, correct.
Ulitin ko, Mr. Chair, again for the record, lahat ng terms of reference na ginamit nyo doon sa last and final bidding na nangyari noong September 11, 2018, ay wala kayong ginalaw doon sa terms of reference na ginawa pa noong na-dissolve na ISBAC.
Tama ho, tama.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat po.
Mr. Chairman, unless there are other questions, may final lang ako. So we can move on to the next item in the agenda. May I know from Deputy Administrator Rosan Lee, were you already with the National Electrification Administration at that time when they conducted that, when Mr. Omar Sahi, constituted themselves as the SBAC? Were you with NEA already?
Yes, I was with NEA already.
You were with NEA. You were also with NEA when they were deactivated.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ang tanong ko lang sa NEA, dine-activate nyo sila kasi mali na yung ginawa nila. Mali na. No? Nag-bidding yung SBAC na hindi dapat sila yung SBAC. So the board converted themselves into an SBAC because for one reason or another nawala yung mga SBAC. According to the president, nawala na sa Zamboanga. So sila naging SBAC. In-award nila. Pero sinasabi nyo rin, mali yung ginawa nila. Bakit after the AGMA, inapprove pa rin ng National Electrification Administration yung entire process? Dumadaan yan eh. Final yun sa inyo. Ba't tinuloy nyo? Alam nyo na may mali na yung entire process. Mali na. Hindi dapat yung board ang maging SBAC. Correct? So yung president mismo ng Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative, sila na yung SBAC. Yung board silang SBAC. Nag-agma pa, nagpasa pa, may representative pa yung NEA. After the ratification in the Annual General Membership Assembly, dumaan pa to sa NEA board. Bakit? Ang tanong ko lang, sa entire process, alam ng NEA na mali na yung ginawa ng SAMSELCO board. Mali na yung proseso na yung SBAC, na yung board ang magiging Special Bids and Awards Committee. Defective eh. Defective. So bakit tinuloy ng National Electrification Administration yung approval ng kontrata after the ratification of the AGMA? Defective eh. Hindi nga pwede yung ano yun? Head of Procuring Entity ang magiging BAC. Kaya nyo nga sila dine-activate kasi malaki yung kasalanan nila. So ba't tinuloy pa rin ng National Electrification Administration, inapprove ng NEA board ang kontrata na mismo ang NEA alam nila na defective na yon?
Yes, if I may, Mr. Chair. Considering that it was the collegial decision of the NEA Board of Administrators who approved or confirmed the approval of the investment management contract. However, I was there during the special board meeting when the Board of Administrators ultimately approved the IMC despite knowledgeable of what had happened, it considered foremost that it acknowledged that the bidding process from the start was regular because it was conducted by the regular SBAC. And the board, Samselco board, only came into on the last stage, that is the awarding for the fourth bidding. Second, that it was approved by the General Membership Assembly, and foremost, it recognizes that at the time, Samselco needed the capital infusion to be made by the IMC. And that is exactly why there was a proviso when the NEA board approved or confirmed the approval of the IMC that it did not tolerate or condone the action made by the Samselco board when it dissolved the SBAC and constituted themselves as the SBAC, which is repugnant to the provisions of NEA Bulletin number 35. Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Chair.
Before that, the deputy administrator is trying to state circumstances that will not cure the defect. Yun yung pinaka-last na bidding, yun yung nag-award ng contract. And the bidding was defective because hindi pwede ang mismo board ang may giging back. Ang tanong ko lang kasi, did anybody from NEA inform the NEA board? Kasi kayo, deputy administrator, hindi nyo ba sinabihin yung NEA board? Mga sir, mali yung ginagawa natin. Hindi pwede, tinanggal na nga natin yung board ng Samselco kasi mali yung ginawa nila. Yung award na ginawa nila sa winning bidder, defective yun. Kasi hindi dapat maging special bid and awards committee ang board. So wala man nagsabi sa inyo kasi in aid of legislation to Nagtataka kami. Wala kasi kayo yung dapat tumitingin Ang National Electrification Administration, kayo yung kumpas, kayo yung tumitingin sa mga electric cooperative. Paano to nakalusot ng ganito? Na kayo mismo alam nyo, pumito na kayo. Kung sa basketball game pa to, pumito na kayo ng foul Tinanggal nyo nga Thrown out of the playing court. Tinanggal nyo. You deactivated them for that very serious violation. Ang tanong ko lang, ba't tinuloy yung kontrata na alam nyo na hindi dapat matuloy? Inapprove ng NEA board. Wala ba sa NEA? Kasi kailangan, para malaman namin ano bang batas kailangan namin gawin dito na to protect the member consumers from the start, defective. Defective ang bidding. Defective na kasi from the start So, bakit doon sa pinakahuli, tinuloy pa rin ng NEA board yung approval na mismo kayo sa NEA, alam nyo na defective na yung bidding ng Zamboanga City Electric Cooperative in the very reason that the board constituted themselves as the Special Bids and Awards Committee, which is in violation of your NEA Bulletin number 35, which you call the Bible of all electric cooperatives. May violation na dun sa Bible nyo Bible of all electric cooperatives. But binigyan nyo pa rin ng approval.
We will have to give way to the next item in our agenda. But before we proceed to the next item, Congressman, may tanong ka ba huli?
Well, actually,
I would like to recognize Congressman Adjong.
yeah, actually, I was about to ask the question to NEA kung if they found, tama same po yung concern ko with the majority leader. Kasi ang pagkakaintindi ko, upon listening to the exchanges kanina, parang the reason why they were deactivated is precisely the composition of the SBAC is illegal in the first place. So if it's illegal, how come the composition is illegal, but the result of what they did is legal. So yun lang po gusto kong tanungin eh.
Illegal from the start.
Yeah, illegal from the start. Whatever is the result of that should also be considered as illegal. And what prevents NEA from constituting another SBAC again? I mean, they should have at least told or ordered the new composition of the board to appoint a member of the SBAC or the hope to create another SBAC so that they can proceed with another bidding. Yun lang pong gusto ko malaman from them. The same line of questions that the majority leader is now asking.
Point of clarification lang, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
If
last
1 minute. Yeah,
question
just
before
very short.
we proceed to the next item.
In the electric cooperatives, no, AGMA is the highest governing body. So, AGMA, yung Annual General Membership Assembly, once in-approve na AGMA, it doesn't matter kung gusto ng board or ng GM, wala sila magagawa. No, AGMA. So the terms of reference, even though it was not changed, no, and AGMA was approved by the General Assembly, which is owned by the member consumer owners, I think it will prevail. Yun lang po ang ano namin sa mga electric cooperatives. Thank you, Mr. Chair.